Wow, now. I gotta get my stuff together for my video. It's not St. Patrick's Day, but it's still an epic day nonetheless, because I'm gonna show you my very first street part. Before I'm gonna show you that, I want to give you some information about me, my past in skating, so it's easier for you to put the parts in relation with maybe today's skating, me skating now, and skating in general, and skating. I started skating at the age of 11, maybe 12, which was somewhere around the millennium. I was on a skateboard for about 4 or 5 years when I shot the footage of this part, and most of it I shot at that spot I showed you last week, that street skating heaven. And we didn't shoot on videotape because I didn't have the money for an expensive videotape camera, and I had this tiny little camera. Look at this, it's a camera. Yeah, tiny camera. It got the job done, and we filmed almost all my parts just with this camera. And it was very funny because you had to it didn't have batteries. Well, it had batteries, but those round, like those tiny batteries, and you had to exchange them every time they ran out. And it was pretty cool nonetheless, even though the quality was terrible. But still, we filmed a lot of clips with that camera, and we didn't film like hours and hours for just one trick. We just went out there and we were skating, and one had to film, and the one guy that filmed always wanted to skate it too, so we didn't pick the hardest tricks we could do back then. So we filmed tricks we knew we could do in like 3, 4, 5 takes and tries, not takes, tries. Yeah, enough talking. I'm gonna show you the clip now. So roll the curtains, get some popcorn and some smoothie or what else the hipsters drink these days. Yeah, hipsters.
One condition, I will never
So this was not Kurt Cobain on a skateboard, this was me back then. Yeah, I had long hair going and I was kind of a punk skater. Back then we had hip-hop skaters and punk skaters, and I chose the punk skater theme because, I don't know, it was the music I liked. It's a little bit different today. You don't have to be like the punk skater or the hip-hop skater or the whatever skater. You can be a little bit more yourself than it was back then. So some fun facts about this part. There were 43 made tricks. At least 9 of those were landed sketchy. 7 drops or tricks that required me driving down somewhere, so I liked that a lot back then, and it was easy to film, as I already mentioned. I even did 4 tricks on 2 different handrails, and that bigger 8-stair handrail, that brown one at the ending, I did a board slide and a nose slide. Yeah, this rail was pretty gnarly for me. It was like one of the best tricks I did back then. I still have a lot of clips from me left trying that rail. Most of those clips were me hitting the ground with my butt. I think I'm gonna show you some of them right now. Yeah, so now, whoa. So watching this old footage of me gave me an idea. There were a lot of cool clips in there, but they were filmed terribly. And I thought to myself, so why not film this exact part again with a new camera, with my camera now, and trying to replicate my old part. I think that might be very funny, very interesting to see if I'm still able to do some of those tricks, to see if I progress in some way, if I'm able to do them better. Maybe trying not to land them sketchy. Sketchmaster 9000 in the house! So I thought it might be a pretty cool thing to do over the next couple of months, maybe the whole year, and making kind of a little video series out of it, which I'm gonna call Old versus New. And I will film myself trying to replicate those tricks and maybe even ante up with some of those tricks with a little bit more like flip out stuff, a little more technical, because today we're skating more technical than back then. Yeah, and there are some tricks, I have to say, I'm not quite sure if I am still able to do them. Some of those tricks are really hard for me now. Like frontside flips, I don't know why, but I kind of lost that trick. Like frontside flips back then were my go-to trick, and I did them down everywhere. And so that's gonna be very interesting to see if I'm still able to learn this trick again and take it down those big thingies I did back then. Of course, those handrail things are gonna be also very interesting. I'm gonna go with interesting. So I hope you liked watching this video. Me, myself, I really enjoyed watching those old clips and putting them together to a nice little edit. If you did so, please leave a like, comment down below, and if you subscribe, I will do a kickflip for you right now. Don't believe me? You don't believe me? You don't believe me? What? You don't believe me? I'm gonna do a kickflip right now. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt. I'm gonna do a kickflip. I'm gonna do a kickflip. Kickflip time. Kickflip time. Gonna do a kickflip. Gonna do a kickflip. Hey, yo, what up?